Hello everyone. Now we will talk about basic syntax of C++ programming language. Now we are going to look at the most basic and the most simple code that every code enthusiast writes or sees for the very first time. That is the hello world. On the screen in front of you, this is the most basic code which contains hashtag include iostream, which is in the C++ language defines several headers, which contains information that is either necessary or useful to your program. Everything needs a start. So hashtag include and iostream is the start for C++ programming language, where iostream means input output stream. The next line you can see is using namespace standard. This line tells the compilers to use the standard namespace. The namespaces are relatively recent addition to C++. We will see in details about it in upcoming videos. So the next line is main. This is where the program execution begins. It is a single line comment available in C++. Single line comments begins with two slashes. And let me give you an example. You are hired in a software company, and the person before you has worked on some set of codes. तो अभी कंपनी में ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना कि 100 लाइन का कोड दे दिया, 200 लाइन का कोड दे दिया. No, in a company you will get 2000 lines of code, for example. So अभी तुम्हारे पहले जो पर्सन था उसने उस कोड पे काम किया रहेगा, तो उसने कुछ कमेंट्स डाले रहेंगे, तो that comments will help you understand the code very easily. So comment is basically code written in a simple language which a person can understand. Comments are used for that. In the next line, you can see int main. The int main is the main function where the program execution begins. It is the main body where every person writes its code. The next line you can see is cout and hello world, and on the right there is print hello world in double slashes. That is the comment. इसमें इस लाइन में हमें पता चला है कि हमने हेलो वर्ल्ड को प्रिंट किया है सी आउट की मदद से. So cout basically helps to display your code or lines that you have worked on. So in inverted bracket there is hello world. So when you will run this code, it will get printed as hello world, and this prints hello world is for simpler explanation. That is the comment. The next line return zero terminates the main function. मतलब जिस चीज को स्टार्ट किया उस चीज को खत्म नहीं करना है, तो रिटर्न जीरो दैट्स द एंडिंग वर्क फॉर इंट मेन. एंड द फंक्शन इट कॉजेस रिटर्न्स द वैल्यू जीरो टू द कॉलिंग प्रोसेस. मतलब वो जीरो से उस कोड को टर्मिनेट करता है. सो नाउ नेक्स्ट वी विल लुक एट सेमीकोलंस एंड ब्लॉक्स. अभी हमने ये सी आउट और रिटर्न जीरो देखा. तो अभी ब्लॉक्स क्या होता है? तो टू एक्सप्लेन ब्लॉक्स, लेट मी गिव यू एन सिंपल एग्जांपल. Your mother calls you and tells you that you have to go to market and buy vegetables, groceries, milk and etc. So अभी फर्स्ट टाइम तो तुम्हें मम्मी ने सब बता दिया कि तुम्हें फर्स्ट स्टेप इज यू हैव टू गो टू मार्केट. द सेकंड स्टेप इज दैट यू हैव टू बाय वेजिटेबल्स. द थर्ड इज मिल्क एंड द फोर्थ इज ग्रोसरीज. So the next time, the next day, your mom will call you and just tell you that you have to go to market. Your mom will not explain you the whole process again and again. So the block does the same thing. You have to write a set of codes in start of the your codes, and then whenever you have to use that code, you have to just call out its name. The example have made you understand, I guess. So what is semicolons? Semicolon is a statement terminator. Like what return zero does to the whole code, same is the thing with semicolons and lines. C++ do not understand that if semicolon is not there, then it will not understand that your line has completed and it will give an error. Let me show you what I'm telling. So this is my first code that we have just seen. This is hashtag include iostream code starter. This is using namespace standard. This is int main. The below this we write our every code. This is cout, hello world, and this is return zero. So what? First, let me run this program first. So as you can see, it has printed hello world. So now let me tell you what happens if we remove the semicolon. So I'll run it now. See, you can see that error expected semicolon before return. So it is compulsory. C++ is sensitive to this thing. You have to remember that every line in C++ is necessary to end with semicolon. Otherwise, it will give an error. So now that we have seen semicolons and blocks, so now we will see what is data types. So let me give you an example. Till 12th, you had variables like x, y, and z. But in codes, you imagine you have to create a form. But तो एक फॉर्म में सिर्फ x, y और z नहीं होगा. उसके साथ numbers होंगे. It will include names. It will include numbers. It will include special characteristics like characters like @ underscore, question mark. So what to do with this? So there are data types in C++. What are data types? When we write any C++ program, we want to use the data. So most of the programming actually manipulate or play with data. So we read, we write, we create, we modify the data. So for special characters like @, so where to store this? So we have data types in C++ for this. So let us see the most common and the most important 7 data types in C++. So as you can see on this on your screen, the first one is int or integer, which stores integer value. For example, 23 and 100. So the next data type is char or characteristic. In this example, you can see that there is a capital A and small a. So what does this tells you? That C++ is case sensitive. So you have to keep in mind that. So the next is float or floating point. Floating point is also numbers but with decimal values. The next one is bool or boolean, just as binary numbers, true or false, where true describes 1 and false describes 0. So double floating point. What if you need to store a higher number with decimal value? So we have double floating points, that 100.25, as you can see it on the screen. WCHAR_T, which stands for white character. What double floating point does for floating point, same is the thing that white character does for characters. What if you want to store a bigger name? So white character does that thing for you. The next is void or the valueless, means what if you don't want to give a name to any data type? So void does that. So void gives you extra space. So next in C++ we have modifiers. So here are signed and unsigned, long and short. So what does signed do? Signed modifier do? Signed modifier doubles the values in negative, 0 and positive. Like we have examples, signed int and signed char. There are another, but these are just the examples. So there are so the next is unsigned. Unsigned int and unsigned char. Means unsigned, what does unsigned do? Unsigned just keeps the values limited to 0 and positive, and the long and short are defined by the names itself. That what if you want more greater value than double floating point? So long double float means you can type a very large decimal numbers, and the same is the thing for short. So next we are going to see our variables. कोई भी जब बेबी बॉर्न होता है तो उसके सर्टेन रूल्स होते हैं कि लड़के का नाम राहुल होगा और लड़की का नाम नेहा होगा. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि हम इंटरचेंज कर देंगे दोनों के नाम. तो स्पेसिफिक रूल्स होते हैं ना नाम रखने के. तो वेरिएबल्स के भी नाम रखने के एकदम स्पेसिफिक रूल्स होते हैं. सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर ऑल ऑफ द रूल्स. सो विल लुक एट द फर्स्ट रूल. Rule 1. Only alphabets, numbers, and underscores are allowed to use. No other thing than underscore, no @, no question mark will can be allowed while naming the variables. Otherwise, C++ is sensitive to that. So C++ will give an error. So let's see an example. In the first column, you can see that we have used only alphabets. In the second, we have used alphabets and numbers. And in the third one, we have used underscore, alphabets, and numbers. So let's skip to rule 2. So the variable name cannot start with digits. अभी राहुल नाम लिया तो हम जब भी राहुल नाम लिखते हैं तो राहुल का आर कैपिटली होता है ना, तो इसीलिए द स्टार्ट इज ऑल्सो डिफाइंड while naming every variable. So on the left, the examples are correct, like NAME 1, 2, 3, and semicolon is necessary, as I said. In the second column, you can see that the variable name starts with 1, that is digits. So it is not right. The C++ will give you errors. So the third rule is uppercase and lowercase characters are different. So just when I explained you data types, I explained you that capital A and small a will be calculated as different. So same on your screen, that data with capital D and small d will be calculated as different. So the fourth rule is that C++ keywords cannot be variables. So what is keyword? Keyword is predefined or reserved words in C++ libraries. मतलब C++ के खुद के कुछ predefined variable names है जो हम अपने variable names को नहीं दे सकते. For example, return, break or void. As we will proceed in C++, we will get to know what are keywords. So the first one is return. As we have अभी हमने देखा था कि return zero. तो वो return zero क्या था? वो predefined keyword था C++. जो C++ ने हमें दिया था हमारे ease के लिए. So let me give you an example. So next year you will be shifting to hostels. तो अभी तुम जब हॉस्टल आओगे तो तुम्हारी मम्मी तुम्हें एक डब्बे में लड्डू लड्डू भर के देगी, और कोइंसिडेंटली तुम्हारे दोस्त भी वही लड्डू लेके आया. तो इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी दैट योर डब्बा का साइज एंड योर फ्रेंड्स डब्बा का साइज विल बी सेम. सो सेम थिंग इज विद डेटा टाइप्स. सो हर डेटा टाइप का एक अपना खुद का स्टोरेज वैल्यू होता है, मतलब वो कितना स्टोर करना है वो डेटा टाइप पे डिपेंड करता है. So the next term we will see is white spaces. So white space is the term used in C++ to describe blanks, tab, new line characteristics, and comments. Like white space separates one part of statement from another and enables the compiler to identify whether one element in the statement is and whether other element in the statement is. So Abhi, so on your screen, you can see that there is a space between int and main. That is compulsory. Means you have to uh, give the space between them. So in the next line, we have given space between equal to and fruit and equal to and apples. So it is not necessary. Means there are predefined rules that you have to follow. So matlab, you have to give space where and it is necessary. So let's see what happens if you don't give space. अभी हमने ये कोड देखा था, यहाँ पे int और main के बीच में white space है. So अभी मैंने इसके बीच की space हटा दी. So when I'll run, it will give me an error. As you can see, forbids declaration of int main. So हमें ये white space मतलब ये space तो देनी ही चाहिए. So let me give you an example. Take two magnets. If you will bring north and north in front of each other, it's defined that they will not meet. Same is with int and main. Reverse the polarity, north and south. They will join. Same is with equal to and the other words we have written. So matlab, it is predefined and it is compulsory that you have to keep in mind about many things like semicolon, white space, variable names, its four rules. So that's all from my side, guys. I hope this information will really help you in learning C++. So thank you very much, guys.